Welcome to Gola Blog. In this modern era, with new technologies and mechanisms flourishing in every sector including agriculture and the food sector, the trend of meat production and processing out of live animals via butchering has also changed. Earlier consumers were divided into two categories concerning their choice of diet: vegetarian and non-vegetarian. In the past, non-vegetarians got the liberty to feed on both animal-based and plant-based food items, while vegetarians missed out on the dishes of conventionally obtained meat, its flavor, aroma, and overall eating experience. Now, however, this condition has altered for vegetarians who wish not only to acquire some nutritional benefits of meat, but also to savor its taste on their palate without the harm of any animal, by means of plant-based meat technology in the food sector. What is plant-based meat? Plant-based meat is a food product that is attained out of plant products, plant source, and not by massacring of live animals. This meat has nothing to do with animal cells and has plant cells instead because of its plant-based attribute. Therefore, this food product can be eaten as a meat substitute. It is nearly identical to conventionally attained meat in terms of taste, appearance, aroma, and somewhat nutritional availability. Thus, eating plant-based meat gives the vibe of feeding on animal meat. This food is also called fake meat or mock meat. Vegetarian products and ingredients that can be used to produce meat replacements include soy, potato starch, beans and lentils, oil derived from coconut, nuts and seeds, seitan or wheat gluten, pea protein, or other vegan constituents. Few examples of plant-based meat products are vegan meat pie, tofu, sausages, burgers, tuna, vegetarian bacon, white meat vegan nuggets, vegetarian patties, kebabs, and steaks. How plant-based meat is made? Production of plant-based meat products involves three general steps: crop development, ingredients optimization, and finally product formulation and manufacturing. Crop development: growing of suitable crops like wheat, potato to obtain raw materials for plant-based meat products. Ingredients optimization: mechanical or chemical processing of obtained crops to keep required part like protein and fibers for making vegetarian meat, while discarding the unrequired part. And finally, product formulation and manufacturing. These steps include addition of various other ingredients, and carrying out various processes to attain meat-like aroma and flavors, and lastly, via different processing techniques, inducing fibrous muscle-like texture in the product. Types of manufacturing schemes to form muscle-like fibrous texture in vegan meat include top-down scheme, forming fibrous texture using the technique of extrusion; bottom-up scheme, forming individual fibers and assembling them to attain meat-like food product after getting the fibrous texture. Various chemical processes like Maillard reaction, lipid oxidation, thiamine breakdown, and other reactions are used to facilitate the meat-like aroma, and various natural flavorings are used to get meat taste. Yeast extracts, fermented foods, and hydrolyzed vegetable proteins, when used with the main ingredients, can induce the above-mentioned reactions and create richer meat aroma and flavors. Harmful ingredients present in highly treated plant-based meat products: large amounts of mineral, sodium, addition of coloring additive titanium dioxide, E171, food preservative tertiary butylhydroquinone, E319, food coloring erythrocene, red number 3, solvent hexane, higher quantities of other ingredients added: dextrose, refined oils and other elements. Few major benefits revolving around plant-based meat products to begin with. Various researches show that feeding on plant-based meat products is a healthier option than consuming real meat. This is because they have desirable and better nutritional components like lesser saturated, trans fat, cholesterol, overall calories, and more antioxidants and fibrous content. This quality makes it better for consumption and overall health. Control on animal harm, kill. These food products reduces the butchering of animals on a higher scale for meeting the meat market demand as well as overall greenhouse gas emissions, 30–90% less than in the case of real meat. Providing more nutritional value, have desirable and better nutritional components like lesser saturated, trans fat, cholesterol, overall calories, and more antioxidants and fibrous content. Prevention from sickness and diseases. Less treated plant-based meat products can help in prevention of high blood pressure, obesity, hypertension, heart attack, diabetes, and other related issues. Experience of meat taste. With new meat like in the market made out of pure vegetarian ingredients, pure vegetarian also get the chance to experience mock meat inclusive diet. Not only does this new trend satisfy the pure vegetarians, but also helps the non-vegetarians to easily switch to more vegan or herbivorous foods. Plant-based meat, therefore, can benefit consumers with both types of choices in food. Oats and soy are most popular ingredients used in plant-based meat. Factors affecting plant-based meat purchase decision positively. 1. High dietary value. Fitness-aware people are usually ready to spend some extra money on healthy food items. They might show more enthusiasm in less processed vegetarian meat and including it in their normal diet. 2. Availability in market. The more mock meat items are available in the regular markets and shops, the higher the chance of more purchase of such items. Out of sheer curiosity or temptation upon witnessing these food items in the market frequently, consumers might decide to take home one of such food products with them. However, the absence of this element, due to a restrained supply chain, limited production, or any other factor, can also lead to a decline in mock meat purchases. 3. Social communication. One of the positively influencing factors behind the quick gain of popularity of any new fashion can be through social communication and advice on eating habits. An encouraging talk with a mock meat consumer can bring about trying out such food products. 4. Product sustainability. Consumers who are environment friendly might discover this concept of meat alternatives quite pleasing. They might quickly adopt such alternative options to protect animals and the environment as a whole. 5. Advanced education system. Advancements in the education system and an increase in literacy rate can result in individuals accepting a healthier lifestyle, including healthier food options. For this section of society, the plant-based meat trend can be a positive development in the food industry and they might welcome this change into their lives. Factors affecting vegetarian meat purchase decision negatively. 1. Taste dissimilarity. Those consumers who are fond of the exotic real meat taste would not like to compromise on the taste parameter and choose vegan alternatives over natural meat. Most people opt for protein sources with good taste and they might find real meat taste better than the brand new substitutes made using vegetarian sources. This, therefore, can be a negative factor. 2. Less familiarity. Familiarity can be another adverse factor that can make it difficult for regular consumers to switch their choice to mock meat. People are familiar with meat and meat dishes obtained conventionally by the slaughtering of animals. This familiarity brings the trust of people in the food products. Most individuals might avoid food items strange to them as they might discover them less trustworthy. 3. High cost. The distinctive development of meat alternatives comes with the high cost of manufacturing, processing, and supply chain maintenance. This ultimately leads to the high price of the food product. This might be an unfavorable component affecting the purchase choice of maximum consumers. 4. Unnatural appeal of the product. Most consumers can be very strict with their already adopted diet plan, especially elderly people. They might fear any type of alteration in their food selection and find meat alternatives notably processed and unnatural, not naturally obtained. This rigidity can be an adverse issue for plant-based meat products. 5. Food neophobia of people. New food products like fake meat might face doubts and worry from most consumers. It becomes hard to attain the trust of the masses that easily and quickly. This can make it difficult for plant-based meat products to settle and flourish their marketplace. Are meat alternatives truly healthy? The healthful nature of this new form of meat products is still up for debate. One common benefit that got highlighted in some of the studies is the dietary advantage of less processed mock meat. This meat is the healthier alternative to real meat, in most cases, as it doesn't have components of naturally obtained meat like high saturated fatty acids, and toxic metabolites that can cast bad health impacts on the consumers. Plant-based meat's superiority over natural meat related to nutritional feature also depends on the nature, steps, and amount of processing and modification during the manufacturing. More manipulation and processing can lead to the loss of several critical nutrients, vitamins, and minerals of vegetarian raw materials, and the addition of several substances in quantities more than deemed healthy for everyday consumption. Generally, in contrast to conventionally acquired meat, the less processed meat substitutes made from vegetarian raw materials can have lesser saturated fat on average, which facilitates the prevention of blood pressure changes, deposition of bad cholesterol inside the blood vessels, heart strokes and diseases, obesity, indigestion, and other related issues. Conclusion: this innovative trend of plant-based meat comes with both its own merits and demerits, which can either attract a huge proportion of the masses or discourage them from opting for such meat products. Consumers' decision to accept mock meat products might depend on various factors like their economy, lifestyle, eating habits, mindset, and other parameters. The health of the consumers, moreover, can also be influenced by the frequency of their real meat or mock meat intake. This trend can be tempting, however, the final call remains in the hands of consumers, whether they embrace this technology or not. Thanks for watching.